Check out these awesome chickens you're gonna have. Keep an eye on the process. You see, I've already finished and flipped the hoop to see the back side. Just watch for now, and I'll explain what I did before. I used a medium-grade tearaway and embroidered the outline of the future chickens on the tearaway. I often skip this step to speed up production. After the placement outline was done, I placed the leather inside the shape, embroidery placement. I positioned the leather so it covered the edges around the perimeter to make sure my embroidery would fit. You can use leather, synthetic leather, or even vinyl. All these materials are great. You could even use thick cotton, but then your edges might fray a bit. It will still look cool though. Now, how we cut the threads. I'm showing you slowly as I chat. Try to cut just the lower bobbin thread, so more loops appear on the outside rather than frayed ends. It's very important to cut all of the lower bobbin thread at this stage, because later you won't have access to it, and fraying could get really tricky. You can trim a little at a time, scratch at it, try to pick off the remaining bobbin thread with your fingers. It might seem difficult, but it's not. It's easy. By the time you make your third or fifth keychain, you could do it with your eyes closed. I heard from some of my kind customers that they've shared a life hack. They used a bobbin thread in a contrasting color. For these chickens, maybe try green or blue. Made sure that all our bobbin thread is trimmed. We lay down our backing, also behind the embroidery hoop. We make sure that the backing is slightly larger than our embroidery to cover the entire design, and all the edges are covered by the backing. For the backing, I use the same type of material, which could be a piece of leather, vinyl, or synthetic leather. I've also used thick cotton in the past. Try to choose a fabric that doesn't fray at the edges after cutting. We secure it with tape and then embroider the final outline, which attaches the backing to the piece. Even. And now, of course, the most enjoyable part, fluffing the thread. And now we'll find out if the bobbin thread was trimmed well or not. Often, if you rush, of course, you might miss something. Well, it's not a big deal if something doesn't come out right. Over time, it will sort itself out since there's no bobbin thread holding it in place from that side. Anyway, the keychain is very durable. It withstands long-term use. Well, I think, of course, not in jean pockets, but definitely in a handbag. And of course, it gathers lots of compliments from people. This is one of the recent projects at the moment, but there are various others. Different types of bears, chickens, little birds. There's a rubber duck, too, and other very interesting ones, and eye-catching designs. I recommend checking them out, and then we cut out. I really like this process, along our stitch line. I prefer to use large scissors and make sweeping cuts, so the edges come out very easy. Write your suggestions. I'd be happy to hear them.